John Morant, need a trip. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now. Told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog. Yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk. Don't care what they say. I don't got no patience. I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it. Running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym. I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work. Told them it's strictly business. And I see through the face. They all just burning bridges. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. My heart on my sleeve. Stress, shield my greed. That's how I get it. Success ain't no giving. Some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I'm focused, I'm dangerous. They don't want it when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need to brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket. Houston, we got us. We elevating. Got them nauseous. Cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the housing. Woo! Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I get ahead. Woo! Watch how I set it up, bet you I shut it down, watch how I get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner, got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm aligned with the winner about the cage. I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. Better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Speed shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up from my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right. I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life. I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are on time, guys. I think we might be like 30 seconds late, but we're on time tonight. What is going on, Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with us here to do a little bit of TA on that crazy thing they call Bitcoin to try to figure out what we're looking for next. Now, we have just gotten a little bit of a drop to the downside, and as you guys know, we do have some very, very key levels below that, if broken, could wind up giving us a much larger move down, so I want to talk about that a little bit. We are approaching one key level of support that I want to talk about. If we get bounced here, we may be able to see some relief, but if not, we may be looking much lower. So we're going to cover that. We're going to take a look at the altcoins as well, and guys, we're going to be doing the giveaways tonight. We're giving away 10 Frankie Candles hats. If you guys want to join in on that giveaway, you could click the link at the top of the chat. The video is linked up there. Just drop a like and a comment on that video. That's all you got to do, and then you can win a Frankie Candles hat. And I believe we're giving away some crypto as well. But we're gonna let Tyler Durden let us know that when it comes time. Let me just double check something here on my internet. I'm gonna try to fix the internet here, guys. I know I just froze there for a second, but hopefully I just turned the VPNs off, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But buckle up, guys. It's going to be an amazing live stream. Should we be worried about Bitcoin? And to be honest, there are some bearish signals popping up on some of the higher time frames. So we're going to talk about the upside and the downside so you guys have a clear view on where price is going to go next. So maybe you could hop on and take a ride to the upside or the downside. Either way, you could start making some money. Let's see. Who do we got here in chat today? Shout out to K Diggity. What is going on, brother? One of the biggest fans of Gary and Lisa the GOAT. Shout out to K Diggity. We got Jay Gilly in the chat. Shout out to Wick589. I see people saying Wick tuh. Shout out to Wick. And shout out to that girl on TikTok. Anyway, what is going on, Dev? Welcome in. We got Crypto Maxi in the chat, guys. Don't forget to show some love to our mods. You guys know who they are. Drop them some love. Rob the Crypto Stop, Crypto Anon, Crypto Billy, Chemistry Bro. You guys know who they are. Show them some love in the chat. We got Alpha Vision. What is going on? Jedi Skirt, good to see you in here. We got Darla in the chat who has some questions about potentially going up to 64K. And shout out to Shibanachi. What is going on, brother? Good to see you. Jonah Lang in the chat. Real Infinite Crypto. We got everybody in here tonight. But we're going to be talking about, Darla was saying, we have liquidity above. Like, couldn't we have gone to 64K before going lower? And that is something that we were looking at. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. And then I want to talk about shout out to Darren Does Things. I do want to talk about my short position on Ethereum and why I'm no longer in it. And it has nothing to do with me thinking that Ethereum's going to bounce. It's an unfortunate situation, but we'll get into that in just a minute, guys. So without further ado, don't forget to smash that like button. Again, we are doing the giveaways tonight, so smash that like button. Every 100 likes gives you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto. I think we're maxed out on hats right now, but we will add some extra crypto if we get some likes in here. We already got almost 100. We're going for 550. Let's see if we can hit it. Nikki94 Boo tuning in, and now we can go ahead and start the show, guys. Let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and see if this thing, Bitcoin, can bounce. I'm not too hopeful. But let's go ahead and check it out here, guys. Now, as you know, just to actually before we jump in here, guys, I want to shout out our boy Bruce. Bruce reached out to Tony D, and the only reason I say this is because this is the most fulfilling thing in the world to me, guys. Shout out to Bruce. He emailed Tony, and he said, Tony, thank you so much. I got the goods today. He ordered a hat, I believe, and some merch. He ordered a Frank Candles University shirt, I believe. But he said, thank you so much. Got the goods today. I just wanted to share a few pictures. This is me and my trading station. Thanks to everything I have learned over the years, I have been able to quit construction and work on trading full-time every day. Please pass my gratitude on to Frank and share the pictures with him and let him know how grateful I am for all of his knowledge and skilling to help others here in the area to achieve the same. Love you guys so much. Shout out to Bruce, bro. If you're seeing this, congratulations on your success. And I literally, actually, you guys might be able to see those. I literally have goosebumps when I get messages like this. This is why I do what I do. Because, guys, trading may be hard, but if you can figure it out, it can absolutely change your life. And he did show me a picture of his trading setup, but I don't know if he wants me to share that. It's a pretty fire. He's got an ultra-wide monitor. Pretty sick. Shout out to Bruce. And shout out to Jordy yesterday. Said he was paying off student loans or his house or something with trading and what he learned here on the channel. So, guys, it just goes to show, you can really do this, and I'm proof of it, right? As well as other CandleMafia members who have, stuck to their guns and become disciplined to follow their trading plans and learn as much as they can, absorb as much info as they can to make money trading these markets every single day like we do. So, with that being said, let me see if I can spit some free value to you guys right now. So, hopefully, some of you, maybe the trading bug will bite you, and if it's already bitten you, maybe I can help you win more. So, here we are, guys, and this is kind of the local range that we were forming yesterday. This is kind of the price action that we were looking at. I'm going to go ahead and hide these local levels. But we have obviously lost this move to the down, or we have lost this value area low. And one thing I do want to point out here, guys, as you know, on the higher time frames, we have been leaning a bit more bearish. Now, this doesn't guarantee that we're going to get a big dump down, but obviously money flow on the daily time frame is in the red. 2-day money flow just started crossing over into the red as well. I believe that started yesterday. And then the 3-day money flow is also kind of headed in the wrong direction. So, my general bias here, before we get into the actual key levels and the local price action, the high time frames are absolutely looking bearish right now. Again, this does not guarantee that we're about to go into a massive bear market. But if we do not start getting heavy bounces here, the higher time frames are a bit more bearish. So we have to keep this in mind. And there are actually some new signals popping up on the higher time frames, such as the 8-hour, I believe the 10-hour as well. That could be potentially pointing to lower prices also. So buckle up, guys. It may be a little bit of a rough couple weeks coming in here, but we still have support underneath us. Next key level to the downside that I will be watching. Let me go ahead and hide this I'll just leave it up. Next key level to the downside for me, guys, is going to be, we have the 786 just underneath us. This is the macro 786 of this entire move to the upside. Now, we have already come down and swing failed that level. This was that last key level we looked at a while ago, saying if we can close a candle above here, we may be able to see a bounce. We've gotten a little bit of a bounce. We were unable, let me get rid of these scalp levels real quick. We were unable to get that move all the way up to our $64,000 level, or really the key zone between the value area low at 63, about 63.3, all the way up to about 64.5. This was our next key level of resistance. We have not gotten there just yet, but this 786 is sitting below us. Now, this is already tapped, so this is not necessarily a super key level that I'm watching, but we do also have another local coming up here pretty soon, guys. Now, obviously, there's a golden pocket here as well that we have not tapped, but these are going to be kind of two local levels that I'm watching to the downside over the weekend in case we do get the bigger move down. We have the golden pocket sitting here between about 59,802 and about 59,665. And then the 786 is coming in at $59,083. So these are kind of the key local levels of support. However, in the grand scheme of things, guys, right now, I am kind of paying attention to the higher time frames, kind of letting the dust settle here as, we are seeing the bearish signals, and we're going to talk about the new ones in a second. But just letting the dust settle after this drop to the downside, seeing if we can continue a little bit of consolidation here. But if we drop to the downside, guys, we are for sure in a bit of a sketchy situation with Bitcoin right now. Obviously we have the higher time frame money flow coming out, but we have very, very limited support below. Now, obviously, we have the daily level. This is something we looked at the other day. This is where we bounced off of when we got the initial dump to the downside. However, we tapped this on the leverage exchanges. However, we looked at this yesterday. If you come on over to Bitstamp, I believe on Coinbase as well, this level was not hit. Now, this is simply put just a horizontal daily level. Go ahead and mark it out right here. Bada boom. And we have just barely front ran that level. We came down, missed it by a few bucks, and then got the bounce. And oftentimes when you see this happen, price does sometimes like to come down and physically tap that level. So this is going to be key, even though we've already tapped it on the leverage exchanges. This is coming in on Bitstamp at about $58,256. So this is technically the next local level of support. And guys, if we don't hold that, we are 100% in the danger zone of coming down to our absolute range low here, sitting at 56,500. And if we lose this level, I forget, hey, shout out to Crypto Pollo. What is going on? He says, cluck, cluck, friends. Shout out to you. You say cluck, cluck. And I say, ah. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. But if we do wind up losing this daily level, guys, this is the key level right here. I'm going to actually label it on the Bitstamp chart here, and we're just going to call it key. Right? Now, this is not typically what I call a doorway to lower prices, but this is technically a doorway to lower prices simply because we do have that volume gap sitting down just below us. Right here, this is not what you want to see. Let me go ahead and get rid of this value area high, value area low PLC. But if we come down, and we do not get a bounce off this daily, this is the last line of support, 56,500. If we wind up losing this, now you have to understand, we could have a lot of liquidity sitting down here. And I'll actually pull up the liquidation heat maps really quickly. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Let's pull up high block. Let that load. But likely, guys, we do have a lot of liquidity sitting down below this wick. And if we do come down here, this is literally the last line of defense. And if we start coming down here and we start liquidating those long positions, we could wind up seeing a big liquidation wick, which could be one of two things, right? The liquidations are likely going to add more selling pressure to the market, pushing that liquidation wick down pretty aggressively. And obviously, with this low volume gap, that's kind of already what you're assuming, right? Because if you get stuck under this level, you're probably going to fall right through that gap, targeting our next high volume node, which is coming in where? Right at our next key level, sitting between $51,000 and $52,000. And I'll pull up the other chart so we can take a look at that zone kind of by itself. This is all not really anything new, but if we do come down here, guys, we're going to need to see, I will be looking for longs at this level, but we really, really, really need to see, a straight-up textbook swing failure pattern with all order flow confirmations. And as you guys know, we've been talking about this recently as well. We could also look for the higher time frame bullish divergences, such as the 8-hour. Even the 10-hour here could be potentially looking for one. If we do come down to some of these lower levels, we could put in the lower low on price action. These momentum waves can curve back up, and we could potentially get a bullish divergence divergence. But I would need to see more than just this. I would need to see the bull divs. I would need money flow on the lower time frames to be in agreement. I would also need all of the order flow confirmations to be in beautiful, beautiful confluence to take that trade, because again, this is 100% the danger zone, and if we don't get all those beautiful confirmations, we could easily slip down to that 51 to 52K level. So that is what is going on below us, guys, and remember, front ran level oftentimes gets tapped. Now, again, not a guarantee, but definitely something I'm keeping an eye on, especially with those confirmations of those bullish divergences and the swing failure pattern. But we are definitely in the danger zone, and to be quite frank with you guys, no pun intended, with the way the money flow looks right now, things are kind of sketchy, right? So just keep that in mind. We also have the monthly red dot, which has been confirmed for a little while now. This oftentimes also gives us some kind of a pullback. So if you average out the last monthly red dots that we've had, the dips are pretty insane, right? Not insane, but they're pretty intense. This is obviously at the top of the bull market. Like, even if you were paying attention to the 4-year cycle, these red dots would be a little bit more worrisome than the one that we're seeing right now. I would compare this red dot to something like maybe this red dot or this red dot, because this was, similar to the area of the cycle that we were in. And these monthly red dots did not put us into massive bear market, but, they basically just gave us pullbacks before the absolute parabolic bull run. But just understand that this last red dot that we had right in 2020 was basically the red dot for the March 2020 crash, which was pretty intense, of about 60% almost. So these red dots can get nasty, but it does not mean that the bull market is completely over. I mean, I guess it doesn't mean that it's not either, but, this is, you can imagine how many people thought like there was going to be no bull market, or maybe thought that this was the bull market after that big dump to the downside. But what was that in hindsight? Very, very simply put, guys, it was just a 786 retracement, even though we slipped it a little bit. It's a lot easier to see this in hindsight, right? Even if you're looking at the 786 here, you absolutely nuked below it, right? So definitely a very scary situation, but in the long term, you would have been much better off buying the dip here than selling everything expecting to go into a big bear market. So red dot, definitely bearish. These are the bearish puzzle pieces, right? Monthly red dot. You have the weekly money flow still kind of coming out here. You don't really have a bearish divergence here, but your money flow is coming out. Red dot confirmed. I wouldn't really take as much away from this, but that monthly red dot, as well as the 2 and 3 day money flow, are kind of the biggest bearish signs right now. And if we come on down to some of the lower time frames and turn on Market Cipher A, guys, we do have a fresh 8-hour yellow X. Now, the one thing that is making me feel somewhat okay about this is the fact that we had many, many yellow X's here. Typically, when you have 4 yellow X's, the first 2 give you big moves to the downside, and then the third, the fourth are typically, it doesn't always actually play out like this. Typically, this is not what you see. But typically, after you get about 2 to 3 to, I would say about 3 to 4 yellow X's, it could indicate seller exhaustion. That was not the case in this situation. So I would actually separate these 4 and these 2. So scratch that, guys. There's not really anything making me feel good about this. But in hindsight, after you have, 6 yellow X's, this is, could indicate seller exhaustion. But, I would probably just mark this down as a point for the bears. Yellow X on the 8-hour. And then, let me see. Do we have any? Yeah, 12-hour yellow X, fresh yellow X printing. These are typically not good signs. When was the last time we saw a 12-hour and a 16-hour yellow X? Well, very interestingly enough, guys, this was the last time we got a 16-hour yellow X. And where was this? If you guys remember back a few streams ago, I was talking about how typically, we like to look for our trades within consolidation, right? I like to wait for that sideways price action, and then we look for our entries on the lows of that range in anticipation of another leg up, right? So you have consolidation, you slip the lows, wash out the longs, next big leg up, start to consolidate, right? You start a range, you clean out those longs, and then you get another leg up, right? And we were talking recently about how this area of price action that we're in right now is very, very similar to what we were seeing in all the other areas of consolidation before getting another big leg up. Now, we are in a slightly different situation because higher time frame money flow is absolutely coming out, so that is still very bearish in my opinion in the longer term. However, we were talking about how this range, maybe we're going to come down, flush out the leverage, and then potentially get another leg up. A little less likely, in my opinion, here, just because of the way money flow looks on the higher time frames. But it is just very interesting that we have that 16-hour yellow X, and the last time was right before we flushed out all that leverage. So can we see something similar here? One thing is for sure, there is somewhat of a likelihood of getting some kind of a push down here. But now you guys have all the key levels. And let me pull up that liquidation heat map really quickly here for you guys. Bada boom. Let's pull this up right here. Liquidation heat maps. Let's see, 12 and 16-hour yellow X's. Final damage drop is incoming. Yeah, shout out to Darren Does Things. That's kind of how I'm viewing it as well. But let's go ahead and see liquidate. Oh, I was going to say no options. Come on. All right, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. And we'll take a look at the 3-month. Bada boom. Shout out to High Block Capital. Their new user interface is absolutely fire. With these little dashboards. But you guys can see here, that is the liquidity. You can see the liquidity right down here sitting below the range lows. And remember what we always say. Liquidity acts as a magnet for price. So as we see all this liquidity down here, we could potentially anticipate price to gravitate towards that, to sweep out that liquidity. And again, for me personally, this is typically when we have high liquidity areas like this. This is typically where I'm looking for swing failure patterns. But again, I would be a little suspicious with the way money flow looks right now, and I would really need some serious confirmations at this level in order to take a long, right? So not only do I want to see an SFP candlestick pattern, I also want the order flow confirmations on top of those higher time frame bullish divergences that we just went over, and lower time frame money flow in agreement with those as well. I literally want every single box ticked. And if I take a trade there without all those confirmations, I would consider it extremely risky, right? So I would manage my risk. I would manage my risk accordingly, right? Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob said, Shibanachi asked, what do you mean with order flow confirmations? So basically what I'm talking about here is ExoCharts, or I mean, it is just order flow, but ExoCharts is the actual program software that I use. But this is what I mean by order flow. If you've never seen a chart like this, don't get overwhelmed. This is something we cover much more in the premium Discord. I don't really talk about this too much on the YouTube channel, just because it's more of an advanced tool. But basically what this is this lets you actually see inside of your candles, so you can actually see what kind of orders are coming into the market, right? You have shorts on the left, buys on the right, and this actually lets you see how many orders are coming in at each price. Now, obviously, this would take me like 2 days of like a full course to actually show you guys exactly how to use this. So, but this is what I mean by order flow. I'm using ExoCharts to see the orders coming into the market, and you can use this to find really good confirmations such as absorption or even like CVD divergences. You don't need ExoCharts to find CVD divergences. You can use free tools such as Coinalyze, right? But this is what I mean by order flow, right? So I'm typically looking at ExoCharts, and again, this basically just lets you look inside the candles to see how many buys and how many sells you have at each individual price. And again, there's many different, much more detailed information you could take away from this. And I was talking to the premium Discord earlier today saying, like, honestly, looking at order flow is, in my opinion, there's many different ways to look at price action, right? Some people like to look at patterns. Some people like to look at, some people trade Fibonacci. Some people like, we were talking about ICT concepts. Everyone has a different way that they trade. But to be quite honest with you guys, it's just all these different trading strategies, way to look at price action, right? If you're looking at patterns, you're looking at price action through the lens of patterns. If you're using ICT concepts, for example, he likes to use fair value gaps and market structure shifts. But at the end of the day, guys, we're all looking at the same information. This is why, I've said this before. This is why I don't just tell people, you have to trade volume profile. You have to trade exactly how I trade in order to be profitable, because it's simply not true, right? It's just another way, and we've actually talked about this on the live stream before, specifically with the ICT concepts. He likes to use fair value gaps, and oftentimes, I've back-tested this before, oftentimes where someone who's looking at a fair value gap would look to enter a trade, is that entry that they're looking at is very similar to the entries that I would see, except instead of looking at a fair value gap, I'm looking at like a 786 golden pocket retracement, or even the retracement into a value area low. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. Actually, shout out to Lux Algo. If you guys are interested in checking out fair value gaps on their price actions concepts indicator, they actually have auto-populating fair value gaps if you're into that kind of thing. And they pop right up on the chart for you, right? But in my opinion, right, like this would be a fair value gap. I don't know ICT's exact strategies, but if I'm pretty sure he just waits for market structure shifts, which wouldn't necessarily be right here. But he looks for retracements into those fair value gaps, where for me, I would be more looking at something like a golden pocket retracement. But there's something very interesting here. The entry I would look at on the golden pocket is smack dab in the middle of that fair value gap, right? This is why I say that no matter what you're looking at, what kind of strategy you use, it's just a different lens to look at price action through, right? So it's like, it's not like if you're not looking at fair value gaps, you're going to miss out because, again, if you're looking at Fibonacci, that would just be a golden pocket retracement. We're all looking at the same information. But in my opinion, order flow is a little bit different because you're actually looking at the things that actually move price, right? News does not move price. News causes traders to get maybe nervous or super bullish, and then they put in orders, and then those orders move the market, right? This is why I like to look at the order flow, because in my opinion, it's the most tangible thing you can look at, and it's one of the things that really gives you an edge in the market, because most people don't look at order flow, and it is literally showing you what moves the market, right? You're not like looking at a pattern thinking like, oh, this breaks out, this percentage of the time, but if you look at the actual orders, you can, in my opinion, is the most accurate way to predict where price is going. But again, we cover that a little bit more in the premium Discord. But shout out to, if you guys are interested in ICT concepts, you can check out Lux Algo. Obviously, they are a sponsor of the channel. But I'll tell you this, this is a paid indicator. However, guys, I think they do have an ICT indicator. Let's see. Yeah, ICT concepts indicator. Like they literally, and this is free. You can go check this out right now. And this is... I don't know exactly how this works, but if you go to the trading view information, you can actually, I'm pretty sure they put like an actual strategy on how to use it. But shout out to ICT. He's like a Forex trader, I think. But he's like developed like an entire cult. Not like the CandleMafia, guys. We are not a cult. Right? Shout out to Lux Algo. If you guys want to check him out, link in the description down below. And thank you to Lux Algo for sponsoring the channel. But yeah, guys, the CandleMafia is not a cult. Right? Definitely not. Anyway, put the candles in the chat. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Chat just flew up. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Kate Diggity said, if anyone ever asks, we're not a cult. But anyway, guys, that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. I would be very careful with that 12-hour and 16-hour yellow X. Let's see what it gives us. Is it going to give us that big drop to the downside? Well, one thing is for sure. If we do get a move down, this was the signal on top of the higher time frame money flow. But now you guys know exactly what I'm going to be looking for potential bounces down here. And again, that key level is 56,000, about 56,500. It's a little bit different here on... 56,415 on the Bybit chart. But that is what we are going to be looking at if we do get that move to the downside. Yellow X, bearish. Higher time frame money flow, bearish. If we do get a move to the upside, shout out to Darla. She was asking me about that move to $64,000. And shout out to Darla. Totally plausible thesis there, or shout out to thesis himself. Hypothesis. Kind of what I was looking for was a retracement on this daily green dot to give us a bounce into that value area low golden pocket retracement for a potential lower high, and then I would have looked to come down and grab that liquidity below, and this is more often than not what we see happen. However, it doesn't look like the market just may not give it to us, or it might, right? Like we don't know yet. We haven't really come down that deeply yet. But, in general, that green dot on the daily, even the 2-day green dot, when it prints, could be the thing that brings us up into those next levels of resistance. But right now it's just a waiting game, right? Like this is not typically where I enter my trades, unless we have this consolidation. I may enter a trade in here. But on the higher time frames, like I'm not looking to enter like a swing long at this moment. I would rather see like a full move or a more clear signal, right? We're not getting like the most beautiful confirmations right now. So when we don't have clear confirmations, when we don't have clear setups, when there's no trade to take, AKA, we don't take the trade, right? Now, speaking of trades, as you guys know, we have had a short setup here from the top of this range on Bitcoin in the premium Discord. And if you guys have been following along, you'll know that I didn't take it on Bitcoin, but I did take it on Ethereum. And Ethereum doing exactly, well, we're going to get into Ethereum in a second, but I do just want to say, guys, I said this yesterday, I had to get a new phone. And what a nightmare. Yesterday, I went to Best Buy, and I just went to buy the phone. I was like, can I just buy the phone? And they're like, no, you got to sign up for a plan. I'm like, I already have a plan. Like, I just want to buy the device. And they're like, you want to buy the device? And the guy was like mind blown. It was pretty funny. The guy's name was Josh. Shout out to Josh. He was like, can I ask you why you don't want to spend that money? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just want to buy the phone. And he's like, and they wouldn't sell it to me. They were like, yeah, it's policy. We can't sell you the phone. And I was like, what do you mean? Take my money. I want to give you money. You don't want to take it? And they didn't take it. But bottom line is my phone is broken, guys. And I went to go pick up my phone earlier today, new phone earlier today at the Apple store. And I went to take a scalp long on Bitcoin. And my phone's screen is completely broken. Like I touch over here and it clicks over there. Turns out, don't trade on a broken iPhone, guys, because it closed my Ethereum trade. And instead of opening up a scalp long on Bitcoin and keeping my short open on Ethereum, it closed my Ethereum short and put me in an Ethereum long. So that is actually pretty obnoxious because if we are going to get the big move down that we were expecting, I know I've already taken profit on this, obviously. Let me see if I can pull it up. So yeah, this is, so like 2 take profits here. And then I actually got stopped out of a Bitcoin long at break even. Technically, I lost 33 cents. So I got out of that Ethereum short by accident. Shout out to Steve Jobs. And now I am an Ethereum long. So we'll see what happens here. Down $114. But we'll have to see how it plays out. Don't trade on a broken iPhone, guys. Please, for the love of God, do not trade on a broken iPhone. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you so much. He said, the F we are in a cult. He said, what do you think all the goats are for? Oh, no, Creighton's onto us. Creighton gets it. Creighton knows. Oh, God. Guys, we're not a cult. We're not a cult. Please, for the love of God. And if we are, we're a mafia, right? But we're a friendly mafia. And if we were a cult, we would be a friendly cult. Crypto Maxi said, Frankie, go long. Tyler Durden said, what a loser. Oh, God, I'm down $112, guys. We're going to have to shut down the channel. I got to get a job at McDonald's now. Shout out to Tyler Durden. 33 cents. Yeah, that was the big loser. Yeah, we'll see. The $100 loss still has a chance to come back. That $33 loss is locked in, though. I told you guys I lose trades, right? Sometimes I lose trades, but the key is, that's actually perfect example. That was $1,000 taken on Ethereum, $850 taken on Ethereum, and what was my loss in the middle of that? 33 cents. I could lose 50 of those trades and still remain profitable. Now, I do get stopped out for more than 33 cents. I happen to get stopped out at break even on that one, but it just goes to show the key is small losses and big wins will keep you profitable over time. It's not about winning every single trade, although that would be nice. It's unrealistic, and the sooner you could take those losses on the chin and make sure they're small, the faster you'll become profitable. Now, moving on to Ethereum here. By the way, if you guys want to see some altcoins, drop them in the chat right now. Rob the Crypto Snob. We'll count up the votes and let us know what we're looking at. When's the sacrifice? Shout out to Crypto Maxi. There's no sacrifices here. Mrs. Candles, keep it down in there. We're not sacrificing, guys. But anyway, as we take a drop those altcoins, Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes, and then we are going to have to get into the giveaways at some point. So, Rob, let's do like 2 or 3 altcoin requests. I will take a look at a few before we dip into the request. But taking a look at Ethereum here, guys, as you know, that short position that I just got scammed out of, shout out to Steve Jobs. We love you, brother. But this was based off of the deviation above the volume profile. This is where I found my entry. My entry was about 38.0, actually right here, 38.08. And this was my entry here. We got accepted back into the value area, back to the POC, and then as expected, back to the value area low. Now, we bounced off the value area low, which was our key level of support, which is why there's a blue box here. Golden pocket, value area low confluence, pretty nice. But what was our key level of resistance? We had this purple box here, which is what? It is simply, let me go ahead and pull this, simply a golden pocket, golden pocket POC confluence, and we knew, right? I don't know if this is going to be the actual rejection, but this is what we were looking for. As money flow comes out on the higher time frames, guys, the reason I was willing to hold a portion of that trade, even though I took 3 take profits, only saw 2 there, but we took profit on that trade, but the reason I was still holding a portion of it was because of the higher time frame money flow. And what we really wanted to see and what we've been talking about is a retracement, right, for a lackluster bounce to the upside into our purple box to potentially put that lower high in and continue down to lower prices, which in my opinion at this moment, guys, could still be in the cards. And we actually might see that play out exactly as we were looking for, which makes it hurt a little bit extra that I got closed out of that trade. But we got an iPhone, what is it? I don't know, the 15 Pro Max. New iPhones are like not exciting anymore. But that's for another day. I'll rant about that another day. It's just like I open this thing up. I'm like, this is the same thing as my other one. It's like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, we may see exactly what we wanted to happen here, guys, or what we wanted to see happen coming up for that lackluster move. And again, the reason I go over this is not to show like, hey, look, we called it. But I hope that people in here, any of the Mafia members that have seen these previous live streams where we were looking at this level and not only just saying, hey, here's a level of resistance, but here's the high likelihood area that we could reject from and put in a lower high. Now, it is not necessarily, we're going to want to put in a lower low to confirm that is what's happened, but this is kind of in the right track, right? We rejected right from that purple box, and we continue to the downside, and it has to do with the money flow coming out on the higher time frames, as well as the local market structure remaining bearish, right? And then once we flip that 786, we could potentially look up to the value area high, but right now, we are doing basically what we were looking for. And a lot of people say, well, Frankie, don't you say that like you never want to trade in the middle of a range? This is typically the case, but in a situation like this with money flow coming out on the higher time frames, which I will just show right now, 2-day money flow in the red, daily money flow in the red, right? This is what makes me think, hey, if we're going to break out of here on the POC with the money flow coming out, indicating that the downtrend may continue, this is, in my opinion, an okay place to look for trades, which is why we have that purple box there. But until then, right, if we do come down, still key support down here at the value area low. But once we wind up losing this golden pocket, guys, I do think, like, if this is the lower high and we come down to that golden pocket and we lose this, next key level, in my opinion, will be the 786 at $3,098. $3,100 for those of you who like to round up. Shout out to Gen Z. What is going on, brother? Welcome in. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. He said Frankie is a member of the 7-Figure Club. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. I probably will never talk about my personal financial situation, but yeah. So I can't confirm nor deny. But I will say we do pretty good. I do all right. But I don't know. I see some people out there talking about like their personal income, and I'm just like, man, that's a nightmare. You never know. Like, I don't know. Just why would you put all that on record? I don't know. I like to keep myself a little bit private. I do show a lot of stuff here, a lot of the content accounts on the trades that I show, but I have personal accounts as well, right, which are much different. But yeah, I mean, I show some stuff, but I don't want to show everything. I will say this though. Last night, guys, this is kind of funny. Once you're in crypto for long enough, sometimes you forget that you have like an account somewhere. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's not that I lost the money. But I did find I found about 15 grand in an account that I didn't forget about, but like I just haven't thought about it in a while, and I was like, oh, what do I have in this account? And there was like 15K in there, so I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna transfer that to my other exchange. But yeah, it's let's see. K Diggity says they like spending time in the back of old vans with strangers. Shout out to K Diggity. Not sure what you're talking about, and I'm not sure I want to dig any deeper. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. That's nearly a foot. I don't know what's going on in there. Let's see. Imagine you had a long from like 4K in 2020. Shout out to Hamza. I have done that as well. Not as extreme. Like it's not like I find leverage trades that are up like 15 grand. But there are times where I forget that I have trades open on an exchange, and I open up to go enter a trade, and I'm like, wait, I'm in a position. I luck out though. Every time I've been in like a ghost trade, they always wind up in profit. I just close them right away. But I'm in a specific situation, right? Between the YouTube channel, making videos, tutorials, the live streams, the content accounts that I trade on, and my personal accounts, I have a lot going on. It's actually something I struggled with ever since I started the channel. I kind of need to start tightening that up. That's something I'm trying to work on right now, is like not having so many accounts. I got degen accounts on my personal. I got a content account that's for degenning, swing accounts, day trade accounts. It's like I got too much going on. I'm actually plan on cleaning a little bit of that up. After I found that money yesterday, I pull out my old physical paper spreadsheet and kind of consolidate things so I don't lose track. Because as the bull run comes, it's going to get easier and easier to lose track of stuff. So, all right, let's go ahead and continue on. Yeah, privacy is a component of your freedom. That's like another thing too. Is like, I don't know, we are thinking about starting up some fun vlog content. And like we thought about doing like a Frankie Candle's house tour and stuff like that. And like I'm kind of torn on that stuff. I am a pretty private person. But I don't know. It would be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That's what we're looking at on Ethereum. Key levels below. Obviously going to be this level here. Value area low, golden pocket confluence. But once we lose that, probably going to be very likely we come down to the 786. And if we turn on Market Cipher A specifically, and one thing that is worth noting, guys, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, on Ethereum, it looks somewhat likely that we're going to break this low, right? Now, could be setting up nicely on the 16-hour for bullish divergence, take that trade up to the POC again, potentially. But we'll have to see what happens. Fresh 16-hour red dot, though, is like very likely to give us a little bit more downside. So I would lean a little bit more bearish there, which would not be good for my scalp long. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah. That Ethereum short is very frustrating. It's only frustrating because I didn't do it. It was the phone. The phone broke. And yeah, my phone is destroyed. There's glass everywhere. The screen's broken. It's a nightmare. But anyway, that's what I'd be looking at on Ethereum locally. I mean, here's a little bit of a freebie, honestly. Yeah, blood diamond on the 10-hour. That is confirmed. 8-hour blood diamond. Yeah, this is not that great. I actually may just close this long here based off this. But let me know what you guys want me to do. Should I hold it in YOLO, or should I close it out? Because this is a pretty bearish sign, especially with the higher time frame red dots. But here's a freebie for you guys, right? If we do get that next move to the downside, we got key support there. Could look for that divergence on many of these time frames. Obviously, I would want to see other local confirmations on the lower time frames. But once we start, if we start printing an 8-hour bull div here, or some of these higher time frame bull divs, could indicate a bounce incoming, right? Not necessarily off to new all-time highs, but could indicate some kind of a bounce for at least some scalp longs. But that's only if we see the confirmations. But this overall is bearish. 16-hour red dot, 8-hour blood diamond, fresh blood diamond. And then obviously the higher time frame money flow is still looking pretty bearish. So keep that in mind. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Stop said, pin my next comment. I got you, brother. Let's do it. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Replace pin comment. There we go. All right, let's see. Warren said, take the money. Well, we'll be losing money. We're down $147 right now. Down $147. Bada boom. So we can lock in the loss, let price come down. Or, oh, man, I'm more annoyed about that Ethereum short closing than I thought. Usually we locked in an extra 900 in profit, which isn't that bad, right? Never thought in my life I'd be mad about accidentally making $900, right? But unfortunately, that 900, if we dump down, could have wound up being many, many more thousands. But, it's, yeah, we'll log in a $144 loss, let it come down a little bit and look for a new long. Or should we let it ride and see if we bounce back to the upside? Let's see. Pennywise said not too many phones coming through the sewers nowadays. Shout out to Pennywise, who lives in the sewer. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Take a look at some of these altcoins. Let's take a look at Rune. And then I will take a quick look at Solana as well, guys. So on Rune, let's see what we got here. This is we haven't looked at Rune in a while, I guess, huh? Okay. So this is what I would be looking at. Let's get rid of this fib. That's local. Let's go ahead and extend our profile here. Bada boom, bada bing. Take a sip of the Aztecian Cactus Red Bull. Guys, the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water has been out of stock for months. Just stuck with good old Red Bull. We can take a look at Render. Shout out to Suna. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so we're only down never mind. We're down 150, guys. It's all over. But anyway, yeah, as we work our way down here, guys, I mean, more downside is somewhat likely in my opinion, right? We are deviating below the volume profile, but I guess you can argue that there's bullish divergences forming here. It's not necessarily where I just start getting overly bearish, but if I were to take any shorts on anything right now, it would have to be in the context of the local ranges, because, again, on the higher time frames, guys, like money flow in the red, 4-day money flow coming out, 3-day money flow in the red. VWAPs coming up, though. These higher time frame VWAPs, again, could give us a bounce up, but with the way money flow looks, you'd have to look at them as lackluster bounces to the upside before bigger moves down. Very simply put, and this is almost for everything. So a lot of the alts look very similar right now. And they all are kind of following that longer-term bearish bias of the money flow coming out on the higher time frames and looking for, another push to the downside at some point, even if we get a retracement back up first. But yeah, I'm letting the dust settle here. I'm not taking panic shorts. I'm not trying to catch the knife at all. And I was saying this to the premium Discord earlier today, guys. On Fridays, I don't really tend to trade as much on Fridays just because, especially if I have a profitable week, if there's not a super, super saucy setup on a Friday and I have a profitable week behind me, I'm not going to throw away any of the profit that I made that week on a low probability trade on a Friday just because I feel like getting into a trade and I'm bored, right? So it's not uncommon for me to kind of let the dust settle on a Friday anyway. Even if we do get a move, unless there's super strong confirmation, I kind of just hold the trades that I'm in or just call it a profitable week. So we made money this week, so I'm not something just disconnected from the computer. So I'm not. Oh, it's my mouse. What is going on? Why did it disconnect? There we go. So there you go. But yeah, here on Rune, yeah, definitely. Why don't we get panicky down here? Well, simply put, more often than not, even if there is another drop to the downside, more often than not, when you're below those volume profiles, you do wind up getting sucked back in to some capacity, even if it's for a retracement to the POC, which, do we have confluence on the POC at all? POC confluence with that local golden pocket from this lower high. So key level of resistance above, if you do get a retracement back up, you're not necessarily out of the water because remember money flow. People ask me all the time, Frankie, I understand the volume profiles. I watch the live streams. I watch all your tutorials. I get how to use the volume profiles. But how do we know, right? And we're kind of in that situation right now. How do we know when price is going to bounce back into the value area? And how do we know when price, because price is not going to range forever, right? These work until they don't, right? And how do we know if we should be looking for longs at the value area low or if the short that we take from the top is going to be the top of a bigger breakdown? And for me, it simply has to do with money flow. Money flow comes up into the green. We get the move up. We even come above the value area. But for the most part, we remain in the fair value here. But as money flow gets a fresh crossover into the red, this is where we could potentially see that range finally get a bigger move down. People always say, like, how do you gauge if it's going to break down or break up? It's not a perfect thing, but I do like to use there's a couple other strategies I use as well, but money flow is one of them, right? And especially with like even the 4-day money flow, if this continues out, very likely we lose that range. And if you pull up the VPVR, turn off these levels here real quick. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, if we wind up losing this range, likely if Bitcoin goes, if Bitcoin takes a dump, we could be looking down to about 325 for Rune. And if we lose that level, to be honest, next real key level to me would be down here closer to the $2 range, right? 225 all the way down to this high volume node at about 150. So definitely a big gap down here, right? Remember, when you have these big volume gaps, obviously you have these little spikes in volume, which might give you a little turbulence. But for the most part, your next high volume node is all the way down here. So if you lose this range, money flow comes out, you could be headed down to those lower prices. Again, getting closer to about $1.50 on that high volume node. So definitely approaching with caution here. Definitely approaching with caution. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on Rune. Let's see. Shout out to KDXB says, what's your view on gaming? Shout out to KDXB. I don't game too much, but I am liking that new body cam game that came out. Shout out to you, bro. I think you're just asking about like the gaming sector of crypto. Likely going to be another pop-in narrative this cycle, I would think. As Web3 games, I think is just going to be a continuously growing thing. Hopefully, shout out to Mark Dutch, who is now Dutch v Slim Maxi. Shout out to Dutch. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, as an official member of Premium and consigliere to Professor Does Things, also known as Darren Does Things, we may have degened into small trades in your honor, of course, Lord Candle. Shout out to Creighton C. And as some people like to call me, Franklin Candelabra. Shout out to Creighton C. Degen into longs or shorts. Let me know. You don't have to super chat, but let me know. Longs or shorts. I assume longs, potentially. Let me know. Let's see. Is Tia a good buy? We could take a quick little look at Tia. I'm not going to do the full analysis, but hey guys, a lot of these. Let me check total 3 real quick. Let's see. So as you guys know, we were looking at total 3 as we put in this bullish divergence. And what do we talk about? Don't be surprised if you get a little pushback, right? But we are not necessarily going to panic as long as we can put in a higher low here. And in my opinion, we're not necessarily in the danger zone just yet, because if you even come up to like a little bit of a higher time frame, or even like this local, yeah, ooh, baby. Yeah. Not that this is super, super horrible, because we could still come to – this is our next key level, right, on total 3. If we break this 786, chances, in my opinion, are probably things are going to flip bearish, right? Whoops. I want that to be support. Bada boom. Right, so as long as if we could potentially stick this 786 golden pocket, we could potentially see this continuation up, and it could be good for altcoins. But let's take a quick look at TIA. I mean, I'm not panic selling any of my crypto, right? And again, it's not that we can't continue down, but we talked about this recently. Why am I not panicking, right? Well, my average entry price on Bitcoin is $20,000 to $21,000, right? So this pullback is nothing, right, for me, right? Everyone's in a different situation. If you came into crypto and you started buying up here thinking it was going to 100K, then this is probably feeling pretty brutal to you. But when I look at the charts, right, and I might be jaded, right, because I've been looking at the charts for so long, and we make money on the dumps too, so they don't really scare us as much. But this is like everyone's acting like, I don't know, like I feel like everyone's freaking out as if we just had like a 35, 40, not even, like everyone's freaking out like we're in a bear market right now. But like, I don't know. I just don't. Like, I don't know. I don't see it. I mean, this looks bullish to me. Now, it doesn't mean we can't continue down, right? We have the monthly red dot. I don't want anyone thinking, like, I think we're going to shoot up in a straight line at all. Again, I'm leaning bearish, right? But not, like, end of the world bearish, right? I'm not selling all my altcoins or anything like that. Now, things could get ugly, but in my opinion, we're not just there yet, even though I am leaning a little bit more bearish. So, but, yeah, let's go back to TIA real quick. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, man, these yellow X's are sketchy, man. Daily yellow X printing. This is definitely bearish on TIA. Next key level I'd look at here, I'll just give you some quick levels. I'm not going to do the full TA here. We do have to get to the giveaways, so I want to make sure we get through the whole alt list here. Yeah, I mean, your next key level, in my opinion, is going to be that value area low. 543. I mean, you're right on your high volume node, right? Like, let's, come on, volume. Come on, volume. There we go. I mean, you are coming down to a significant level, right? Like, you flew through this low volume gap, but you are now hitting this massive high volume node. So you would hope that you hold this level. If you don't hold this level, not looking good if you lose that level potentially. Not much below you there, so be careful. But yeah, I mean, if we are not going to get an absolute meltdown of this TIA here, Celestia, in my opinion, if I were looking to buy TIA, I would probably buy a little bit here, right? Not put my whole, like, not take out a credit card or anything like that, but I would probably be nibbling at this a little bit just because you're at such a key level or such a high volume node here, right? But I would understand, right, if we lost this high volume node, I would make sure I had the anticipation of a big drop below that, right? Because there's not much holding you up here. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's see. C-Swap. We can take a look at C-Swap. Shout out to Nick. Take a look at C-Swap real quick. Yeah, I mean, as we looked at this yesterday, some of the altcoins, right, the ones that are doing okay, right, and we even said yesterday, right, like not looking to buy that top, right, likely a retracement to come in here. Let me turn off Market Cipher A to clean up the chart a bit. C-Swap back in its value area, right? Back above the value area low. We got to move where? Right to the POC. Obviously, what you would expect. But we did have some bearish divergences here. 4-hour bear div printing as you hit that key level of resistance. And then you look for the pullback, right? So we don't enter on the big candles. We look for the retracements to the downside. And this is oftentimes where we look for our changes of character. This is a local change of character, but let me actually change the candle coloring here on Lux Algo. Turn on the candle colors, right? Once your candles turn green, this is letting you know, hey, you're probably starting an uptrend, and now you're safe to look for longs. Safe does not exist in trading, in my opinion, right? You can manage your risk, but safe makes it seem like now you can just look for longs and it's definitely going to go up. That's not the case, right? But if you pull some local Fibonacci levels here, now, your higher low is in beautiful confluence with this daily naked point of control, which is now tapped, I believe. and this golden pocket and the value area low of the range. And what do we always say about the value areas? Once you flip the value area low to support, you could look for a move up to the POC and then eventually the value area high. So right now, we've already gotten above the value area and moved to the POC. But if we come down here and we're able to hold support on this golden pocket, we could potentially look for long positions again to go back up to the POC and then fill the whole range. Right now, I'm not necessarily expecting C-swap to yeet back up to 13 cents. But this is kind of the roadmap to where price is likely to go next. And looking at the changes of character here, or the market structure, this is long territory, right? We are now in a bullish trend, and we're looking to long a higher low. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to bounce, but if you are, it may be off that golden pocket or maybe even that 786 retracement, right, to continue that uptrend. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on C-swap. Now, this does look a little different. Like C-swap got a nice bounce, which is nice because I actually own a bunch of C-swap. But what does the higher time frame money flow say, right? Well, we don't really have 2-day money flow. We have the daily money flow coming up a bit as the VWAP comes down. So, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. There's not really much to take away from here. This is not really analyzable, if you will. 12-hour red dot printing. Do you have the no 16-hour yellow X, no 12-hour yellow X. That's a decent sign. Not a decent sign, but it's better than having it. Let's see, 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'd look for. You have nice confluence on that golden pocket with the value area low. So as long as and once you lose that value area low, probably going to be looking down to the 786. If you lose the 786, I'd probably look for a continuation to the downside. But if you can stick that golden pocket or even put in some bullish confirmations on the 786, maybe able to get a stronger bounce. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on chain swap or C-swap, as some people call it. All right, let's see. Shout out to Brian Barrett said, why do streamers with the best TA have less viewers than the frauds? Shout out to Brian. Because frauds just lie. They just say like, you could get rich if you just listen to me, and then everyone loses money, and then I don't know. But yeah, I would rather have a audience of people who actually want to learn how to trade than people who are looking to get rich overnight, right? And a majority of people think they can get rich overnight trading, and then all of the people who say that is the case and that's possible are just lying through their teeth to their audience. But most people will bite on that, right? Most people will be like, "Oh, I want to get rich overnight," and it's like it's a very easy dream to sell, right? But I don't sell the dream. We actually have results. Shout out to Bruce. We just talked about him earlier today, who was able to quit his construction job to pursue trading full time. We even had Jordy in here yesterday, who paid off his, I don't know if it was his car or his house with what he learned on the channel. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Nothing is safe in trading like dating. Frankie knows. Shout out to Dutch. You got to be careful out there, especially if you're on Bumble, or the trading version of that would be, I don't know. I don't know. I tried to think of something, but I couldn't. All right, let's see. Myself said my girlfriend won't trade. Shout out to you, brother. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check out Link. Bada boom. Chain Link. Let's see. You guys are wild. Okay. Almost forgot about Frankie Fridays. Got busy tuning and restricting my my Taylors and Martins. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. My wife's boyfriend pays the bills. Shout out to Shio. You guys are wild out there, bro. Oh my God. Anyway, let's continue on. You guys crack me up for real. All right, let's take a look here. Ooh, testing that 786 on Chainlink. But that is a valid 786. All right. So Chainlink approaching a key level here. 786. Yeah, 786 has, if this holds, maybe you get a retracement, but I'll be honest with you. You got the value area low underneath, above you. Yeah, see, the thing is, I mean, we did have bullish divergences here. Money flow technically coming up. 8-hour bullish divergence. Money. This actually doesn't look horrible. I'll be honest, right? Like, you do have the 8-hour bull div, right? Trying to reclaim that value area to come to get a bigger move up. But I'll be honest, if you lose that 786, maybe coming down to this zone. So key level of support below you on Chainlink is going to be right here. So yeah, if we can get a bounce here and get a move back into that volume profile, could get a. I mean, look at the money flow here. Money flow, at least on the 8-hour, is headed in the right direction, right? And when you have those bullish divergences, is this a legit bull div? Yeah, it's not the best bull div, but you know, if you have these bullish divergences with money flow coming up, this is where you tend to see the strong bottoms come in. And you guys know we're into the strong bottoms on this channel. We're only down 127 on the Ethereum long. Let's go. We're not poor anymore, guys. We're not poor. Let's see. Somebody said, Jay Violet said Golden left us. Was Golden in here? I didn't see Golden. Let's see. Was Golden in here? Shout out to Golden. Oh, Blanchard's Bees. I see you. Where's Golden? I didn't see. Oh, shout out to Retro Mike. Thank you for the super chat. Says it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. Shout out to Fast and the Furious or our boy Vin Diesel. Shout out to Retro Mike. Let's go. Yeah, wait, was Golden here? I did not see Golden. Shout out to Golden. Golden, if you're here, show yourself. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to Golden. But let's go ahead and continue on. Yo, Jay Violent said he never comes anymore. All right, let's see. All right. So this is what I'll be looking at on Chainlink here. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, so if we lose the set local 786 that we just looked at, probably looking down to this level sitting between 1342 and 1308. And then your key level to get back above is the value area low to get a fill right up towards your range, up to these higher levels of resistance. So there you go. That's what we'll be looking at on Chainlink. Now let's take a look at Caspa, and then we'll get into some giveaways, baby. Let's go. Strong bottoms making the trading world go round. Shout out to VW John. I would have to agree with you, my friend. I would have to agree with you. We like the strong bottoms, the firm bottoms, you know. Anyway. You guys are funny. Okay, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, shout out to Tony D said, Golden's literally in here every night. He could take a night off. Shout out to Golden. Yeah, Golden literally. Shout out to Golden. I can't believe I didn't see him come in. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Take a look at MEXC. Caspa on MEXC. Here we are back at resistance. It's actually, yeah, actually, this is interesting. Shout out to Caspa. Take a look at the 2-day. Bada boom. God, man, this money flow. Okay, green dot on the 3-day. Money flow coming back up here on Caspa. That actually doesn't look as bad. Yeah, 4-day green dot printing. Money flow needs to skirt back to the upside. 5-day green dot. 6-day green dot. VWAP on the weekly, though, never crossed the 0 line, so you didn't get a green dot on the weekly. But, yeah, we'll see what this can do. We're back at this Fibonacci extension level, which I could probably find. Nope, I think it was this extension level, if I am correct. Bada boom, bada bing. Yes, I believe that is it. Let me just make sure it's not this. Nope. Yeah, so approaching this, bear with me, bear with me. Where am I? Where am I right now? There we go. Okay, so we're back in this Fibonacci extension level. Next zone is sitting right up here. So if we break this extension level, guys, to be honest with you, next move would be up into this purple box, sitting between 25 to 23 cents. So it could be the next move, but we are hitting pretty important resistance. Now, money flow doesn't look as bad on Caspa as it does on some other stuff. Daily VWAP coming out. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you get a little pullback here. It's kind of the if this, then that, right? Look for the pullback. If you put in the higher low and break out, you could look to come to this zone. But to be quite honest with you, money flow doesn't look as bad on Caspa as it does on everything else. Caspa's like one of the things that does not look horrible. Let's check the 8-hour here. Let's see. Nick says, yo, still got money left for the bull run. Wrecked 80%, and we pump all-time high. like given, by the way. Shout out to Nick. Thank you for smashing that like button, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. We got 345 right now. We're going for 550. If we got 550 likes on tonight's live stream, we're already giving away 10 hats because we hit 550 the other day. But I will give away $100 in XRP as well if we hit 550. Smash that like button, baby. Let's go. I'll give away my shattered iPhone. I'm kidding. I would never give an old phone to somebody. Anyway, K Diggity said I'm ready for the free hat. Let's get it. Yeah, so for Caspa, yeah, I would kind of be, maybe you form another little range here, but yeah, I would look for, it doesn't look as bad as everything else. 8-hour money flow back in the green. 4-hour money flow coming back into the green here. It doesn't look horrible. So yeah, I mean, it might be bullish consolidation here. You break out though, those are the next key levels to the upside. Or next major targets to the upside. Obviously, you're going to have more local levels in between, but I would be looking up towards the bigger targets. I'm not saying it's definitely going to pump or anything, but it does look a little better than everything else. All right, let's see. What the heck? Tyler said Trump said no hats. China. I don't know. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Didn't y'all watch the debate last night? Did they say no? Did he say no hats at the debate? I don't know. I only watched a little clip of the debate. I don't know, guys. I think it's all. I don't know. I personally think it's all a scam, to be honest with you. But anyway, Tony D said that wasn't a debate. It was two people talking about anything but the questions that were asked. Shout out to Tony D. All right, let's see. Okay, well, there we go. There's Caspa. And now, guys, I think it's time to start giving some stuff away. So, guys, if you want to join the giveaway and you have not already, Tony D, if you could drop that link in the chat one more time. And Tyler, if you can give me a are we doing crypto? What are the giveaways? Tyler, give me the rundown. Tyler is the boss, guys. A lot of you guys don't know this, but Tyler Durden literally runs everything. He is my boss. Tyler can fire me if he wants. We just figured we'd put me as the face because, I don't know, Tyler's camera shy. So we said put me on camera, but he's actually the boss. Today, Tony is wrong. I am the best mod ever. China. Shout out to Tyler Durden. But let's go ahead. Let's see. There we go. Rob the Crypto Snob just dropped the video link. Let me go ahead and pin it to the top of the chat. Click that link at the top of the chat, guys. Drop a like and a comment if you want to join in on the giveaways. And here we go. Let's go ahead. And Tony D deleted the link. Bada boom. Okay, Tony D put another link. Bada boom. Click the second link, I assume. There we go. Click the link at the top of the chat. Drop a like and a comment on that video, and you will be entered in to win some free stuff. And Tyler Durden said, okay. Yo, shout out to Dan from Mulberry Street. Said, sup, my guy? You're looking extra sassy today. Stop. Shout out to Dan. Yo, you wild, bro. Anyway, 10 bags of ADA, and we're giving away 10 bags of Cardano. We're giving away 10 hats. Tyler said, I guess. He's like, we'll just give away whatever. Shout out to Tyler Durden. All right, so we got 10 and 10, baby. One-on-one on the mutts, baby. If you know what that means, there's probably only one person in this chat that knows what that means. One-on-one on the mutts. If you ever worked at a pizza place, you got to mix the whole milk mozzarella. You got to mix the skim milk, and you put them together to make the pizza cheese. Anyway, guys, if you're from New York, you know what one-on-one on the mutts means. If you ever worked at a pizza place that may or may not have been a front for something else. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Anyway, or is it? Anyway, let's go ahead and pull up that giveaway. I'm joking, guys. It is totally a joke. I'm being serious. It actually is a joke. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those giveaways. Dan says, hey, three trays of knots and one-on-one in the mutts. Get back there. Love this show. Shout out to Ultimate Investor. Hey, we're happy to have you on the team. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button, baby. Let's go. Because, listen, we may have made $900 today on that ETH short that I accidentally closed, but now we're down $132. Put the house up for sale. We're going down, guys. We're poor. We're poor forever. 137. Actually, we're up a little bit more now than we were before. But, wow, yeah, I'm actually pretty upset about that ETH short. You know, I say I don't get emotional about my trades, guys. Shout out to Ultimate Investor, bro. But, yeah, that was upsetting. That was, oh, man. If we dump, guys, I'm going to be pissed I'm out that ETH short. All right, let's continue on. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's grab that link. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see here. Let's see here. Copy link. Paste link. And let's check it out. Pause it. We don't care about American Express commercials. Come on. All right, here we go. Here we go. Bada boom. All right. We got 10 hats, 10 bags of Ada. Who's going to win? Not include replies. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go. Yo, shout out to Pennywise. What about the 15K that you found last night? Yeah, I guess we're technically still up. I'm just kidding. Shorts are given. Yeah, shout out to Nick. My short was paying me until my broken phone glitched me. And it didn't even glitch me out of it. It's just I went to touch one thing. Don't trade with a phone that has a broken screen, guys. Please, for the love of God. And if you do, just make sure you're in the green on the trade, because if it closes you out, you're going to want to make that money. But yeah, shout out to No Limits Cushmaster. Says 15K, baby. Yeah, that is officially the most money. It's not that the money was lost, right? It's just like I haven't checked that account in so long. I didn't realize, I didn't think there was I didn't know there was a significant amount of money in there. I didn't expect to see that. Great show as always. Shout out to Golden Giant. Oh, hey, shout out to Golden Giant. Not to be confused with Golden. Golden Waterfall Golden. Shout out to Golden. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Let's go ahead and pick these winners. Here we go. We'll do the Cardano first. I'm going to do the Cardano quick because we have 20 winners to pick right now. So I'm going to pick these really quickly. I'll just do a master statement. If you win a giveaway, click the link in the description to get to the free Discord and go to the giveaway section and click I just won a prize, something like that. Tyler Durden will get you your hat or your Cardano. The first 10 winners will win Cardano. The second 10 winners will win hats. Let's go. Winner number 1. Let's get it. Who's it going to be? Greg Smithy. Shout out to you, man. Says the best charter, no other than Frankie. Shout out to Greg. I appreciate you, brother. You know what to do to go get that giveaway. If you don't, scrub back 10 seconds and you'll hear the directions. Let's go. Winner number 2, Cyber Crypto says, bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. You're getting some free Cardano. Literally, I think we might be the only channel that pays you to leave a comment. Shout out to you. Hit that free Discord. You know what to do. Hey, Donnie T. Shout out to, says great vid boss. Shout out to Donnie T. I actually know a Donnie T. I won't say who it is, but I know a Donnie T. I know someone in chat who knows a Donnie T as well. But shout out. Says great vid boss. Hit that free Discord. Get your free Cardano. And you are winner number 3. I'm going to try to keep track here, Tyler. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Winner number 4. Tyler, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Winner number 4. I'm not even going to try to say that, but he says, keep it coming, Frankie. Love your content. Shout out to you. Well, you're probably going to like it even more now because we're going to send you some free money for leaving that comment. Shout out to you. Hopefully you see this. By the way, guys, winners have 1 full week to claim their prize. If you do not claim your prize by this time next week, then it will just go back into rotation. So shout out to you guys. Go ahead and click that. Go click that link in the description down below. Claim your free. Hey, shout out to Jungle Boy. Says free stuff. How'd you know you were gonna win, Jungle Boy? How'd you know? Did you rig this stuff? Come on, man. Come on, man. There we go. That was, I believe, you were number 5. Let's see. Shout out to Nick. Says Frankie shares, and that's nice. Shout out to you, brother. I try to share. Shout out to Precious Son. Says, thanks for the sauce, Frankie. Bing bong. Well, hey, we're not only sending you free sauce, but we're sending you free Cardano, bro. Hit that free Discord, baby. Let's go. Winner number 7. Okay. Well, I'm not going to read that out loud because, I don't really have a stance on that. But anyway, 47K is coming quickly. And shout out to you, brother. I don't really even disagree with you. I don't know if it's coming quickly, but if it does come in, it probably will come in very quickly. Maybe once we lose 57K, we might even just teleport there. But you are winner number 7, I believe. Hit that free Discord and get your free Cardano, brother. We're going to pay you. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, shout out Mark Dutch said this wheel is a scam. Yo, Dan G said, what a name. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get involved in any of that stuff, guys. I just like to trade and teach people how to trade and have fun. But anyway, let's see. Shout out to Jake Harris. Says, amazing video, Frankie. Well, shout out to you, Jake. Thank you for watching, and we're literally going to pay you. So shout out to you. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord. Let's go. And I think you're winner number 8. Who's going to be winner number 9? Emery Lopes, shout out to you, brother, says, hello? Is this thing on? Well, hopefully you see this because we're going to send you some free Cardano, bro. And your winner number 9 just snuck in there by the skin of your teeth. We're going to send you some free ADA. Last crypto winner. No ADA for you. Yo, Jungle Boy is wait. Yo, I think I'm behind on chat. Yeah, shout out to Creighton C says Donnie with a T. Yeah, I don't want to disclose any I don't want to disclose that, but he may or may not be the Don, baby. Let's see. I need some TP levels for my yo, shout out to Tony Roaz. Dan from Mulberry Street, Joey's on Mulberry Street says, Frankie, do you smell like sauce or do you smell like Alfredo? Today I'm a little more yeah, I'm like a red sauce right now. I'm like a pasta, like a red pot macaroni sauce. Usually it's garlic knots, but hey. Shout out to Dan. But anyway, winner number 10 is going to be bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Greg, said, did I win? Not yet, Greg. Not yet. You still have a chance, though. Yo, you guys are wild in the chat right now. Okay, shout out. I think this is winner number 10. I'm my hero. Let's go. Shout out to I'm my hero. You deserve this. Absolute OG of the Candle Mafia says, I hope I win one of these swanky hats. Oh, my gosh. I'm my hero. Shout out to you. You actually are getting a bag of ADA, and you were literally the last bag of ADA before we started giving away the hats. I'm my hero. Maybe you could cash in the Cardano and then buy a hat. Shout out to you, though. Thank you for always watching the content and being a big part of the Candle Mafia. Tyler Jordan said, now I'm lost. Shout out to Tyler. Tyler, I think I was on track there, potentially. If we're over, we'll just give away 11 bags of ADA. Or we could just, yeah. So here we go. Here come the hats, baby. They always win. They always win every week. Shout out to K Diggity. Oh, no, the stream cut out for Tyler. Okay, I think I'm good. I think we're good. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. This is going to be for 10 Frankie Candles hats. I got to see if somebody's in the chat right now, guys. I don't know if anybody knows this, but we can literally spy on the chat. All right, I was checking for Mrs. Candles. I thought Mrs. Candles might have been in the chat. But anyway, let's continue on here. For the Frankie Candles hats, who are they going to? Winner number 1, Cardano is the future. This is all backwards. Cardano is the future, says Ada Gang. Hey, maybe you could switch with I'm My Hero. Give a hat for some Cardano, because Cardano is the future, probably wants Cardano, and I'm My Hero wants a hat. Maybe you guys can link up and swap. Shout out to Cardano is my future. We're giving you a Frankie Candles hat, and you are winner number 1. We got 9 more to give away. Here we go. Bada boom, bada. Cardano is the future. Wins a lot, I think, too. Shout out to Barrister, says, thoughts on Myro, Frankie? Hey, maybe we'll take a look at Myro on the Frankie Fake Out, potentially. But I don't really have any opinions on it, not looking at the chart, but I do have an opinion on you getting a Frankie Candles hat. Hit that free Discord, collect your free hat, brother. Thank you for smashing the like button and leaving a comment. Excuse me, I appreciate that. Winner number 3, who's it gonna be? Crypto Housen says, bing bong. Well, we're gonna hit you with a Frankie Candles hat, brother. Shout out to you. Thank you for smashing that like button and leaving a comment. Next winner, we gotta fly through these. We got a lot of giveaways. Crazy Pizza, speaking of red sauce, let's go. He says, bing bong, and a little bit of pizza. We're sending you a hat, brother, and I will even maybe have Tony cook some homemade pizza so it smells like fresh pizza when you get it, brother. So shout out to you, man. I like that profile picture. Let's go. Winner number 5, who's it going to be? Bobby Fuentes, shout out to you, brother, said, keep awesome, Frankie. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate the kind comment. So much so, we're going to send you one of these Frankie Candles hats. Color of your choice. If you guys are interested, you guys can check out FrankieCandlesTrading.com if you want a giveaway and you want to check out the different colors we have. You can go to FrankieCandles.com, where not only we have the hats, but we also have access to the premium Discord as well as all of our deals. But you guys can check out all the Frankie Candles hats colors. My new favorite, guys. I do have a new favorite. We even got pink for the female Candle Mafia. Let's go. Or the male Candle Mafia. It doesn't matter. I like pink too. But this is my new favorite, guys. This is it's like navy blue and Carhartt brown. It is fire. This is my new one. This is my new favorite, even though I'm not wearing it. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Bobby, I believe you were number 5. Shout out to Tyler Durden, said any color you want as long as it's black. Bobby is okay, cool. Tyler, we are on the same page. Let's go. Brian Barrett, shout out to you, brother. He said free Frankie hat. Well, hey, I wish I had that sound on the board, like the suspicious dog sound. Well, shout out to you, man. I don't know how you predicted that so accurately, but we are going to give you a free Frankie Candles hat. Hit that Discord, claim your prize, and thank you for watching the content and leaving a comment. Winner number 7 is Eram. Shout out to you. Said, thanks, Frankie. Bing bong. Shout out to you, brother. We're going to send you a free hat. Maybe blue. Shout out to the Smurfs. Maybe we'll send you a blue one. Let's go. Shout out to Eram. Thank you for smashing that like button, brother. Next winner, who's going to be? I feel like Pablo. Well, hey, if you're Pablo, I hope you feel like Pablo, bro. He says, we will go up again soon. I agree. Shout out to you. I agree so much. We're literally going to send you a hat. We got 2 more winners, guys. Hit that free Discord, Pablo, if you are Pablo, even though I know you feel like him. But anyway, here we go. Winner number 9. Who's it going to be? Chris Love said, thanks, Frankie, for the insight. Well, shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you for watching the content. We're going to send you a free Frankie Candles hat. Might only be black, according to Tyler Durden. Shout out to Tyler. And here we go. Last Frankie Candles hat. Who is it going to? Gave away 10 today. Dang. We had to up the giveaways to get the likes back on during the boring price action. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be K Diggity? We'll put a goat on that hat if you win, brother. Here we go. Great T-Rex. Shout out to you. Said great stream happening as always. Frankie, shout out to you, brother. Well, we're going to send you a free Frankie Candles hat. Hit Frankie Candles straight and check out the colors and hit the free Discord to claim your free prize and say what's up to Tyler Durden while you're at it. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the Frankie Candles hats and all the crypto that we could give away. Do I still have my lower third up or did that go away? I think it went away. But that's all the time. It's rigged. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. A little late, but happy to be here. Shout out to it's Goldman. Hey, Golden, Goldman. We got a lot of golds in here now. But shout out to you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with us here through the end of the show. Hopefully these yellow X's on Bitcoin, guys, does not crash price down too much. But remember, you now have the key levels down below. And not only that, but what confirmations I'll be looking for to get into my next trade. And hopefully, we don't even have to come down to that level. But if we do, you guys know the key levels to look at and some of the confirmations I'm looking at. So with all that being said, guys, go out there this weekend. Go touch some grass. You guys know I won't. I mean, will. Go touch some grass. Go talk to some people. And don't stare at your charts all weekend. Take a break. Things are boring anyway. Hopefully, it remains boring over the weekend and we don't dump. But with all that being said, guys, I'll see you on Monday. Same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Hey, shout out to Great T-Rex. Said, finally a hat. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. Hit that free Discord. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving it energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Well, guys, I'm not going to lie. I thought that this phone was going to set up not in 4 hours. I'm transferring all the information. It said 4 hours to transfer everything. And that was before that was like an hour before I was on the live stream. And there's still 3 hours left. I don't think the battery's going to last this long. So, Tyler, Tony, Rob, Crypto Billy, mods, if you guys never hear from me again, I'm detached from the world forever because I don't have a phone. And obviously, computers aren't a thing. So, anyway, guys, have a great weekend. And congrats to everybody who won a hat and some Cardano. Go touch some grass. You guys know I'm going to. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go.
You guys are saying plug it in? What does that even mean? I had to take the phone out. I get it now.
At the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go.
Guys, I'm all for the environment and stuff, but it is kind of crazy, right? They don't put bricks in here anymore. Like, come on. I have 50 of them, but come on. For that much for an iPhone, you're not going to send the brick. Come on. It's for the environment. I'm sure it has nothing to do with profit, Apple. Anyway, hasta pasa. Have a good weekend. I got to go. This is like the fourth fake out. Bing bong.